Rishi Sunak is bent as a 9-bob note. He's been dipping his dirty little armpits into the exchequer, which is funded by the taxpayer. That's your money. He's been handing it to his missus. Well, I will be doing a bit of a deep dive into Rishi Sunak in the near future, but I thought I'd just give you a bit of a taster of what Rishi Sunak has been up to. Yeah. Corrupt. That's what he is. Now, Rishi Sunak, during the pandemic, he announced COVID loans. Okay, going to help some people out, won't it? Some businesses might have you apply for your COVID loans and might carry you through the pandemic if you're struggling. Kind of made sense, didn't it? Yeah. Well, Rishi Sunak's wife, Shatamurti, who happens to be the daughter of a billionaire who owns the company Infosys, operates in India, the UK, all over the world in fact, including Russia. But apparently they've actually pulled out of there. Apparently. Doesn't look like it though. No. But where the corruption comes in this case, is that Shatamurti, Rishi Sunak's wife, well, she don't just take dividends from Infosys, for the shares that she has in that company, where she earns a bit of blood money here and there. No, she has other companies, and some of them were struggling. Now, she has Cameron Holdings, but she was holding another company called Mrs. Wordsmith. Shatamurti's company is an education company, educational publishing company. It was in difficulty. It was on the verge of going bankrupt. It was owing at the time around £9 million. This was before COVID. COVID strikes, pandemic. Rishi Sunak then says, OK, businesses, we're going to help you out a bit. COVID loans, he says. Oh, OK. His wife's failing business, Mrs. Wordsmith, was awarded £1.3 million in COVID loans, and then swiftly afterwards it went bankrupt to the sum of £16 million. The UK government is not getting that money back. No. And all those creditors are not getting their money back. Their £16 million is lost. Now he was, as in Rishi Sunak, was the Chancellor of the Exchequer at the time. It was his job to manage the taxpayers' pot, the Exchequer. Did he manage the pot? No. He dipped it into the pot. It was unethical. Even if she was entitled, the company was entitled, which I don't think it was, because it was already in difficulty. You don't try to... For a start, it would never 1.3 million would have never saved that company anyway. It was already in a huge amount of debt. He knew how much that company was in debt. He was involved with it. Now, if that isn't corrupt, I don't know what is. You tell me. Please leave in the comments down below. Not only that, I'm going to be making some more videos about Rishi Sunak. He'll be after me, he will. Oh. Well, it's well documented, and you can look it up yourself, but nobody is talking about it. We're all talking about how patronising he is, telling us all, oh, don't worry, everything's going to be okay. Yeah, you just got to have faith. Oh, dear. Madness. Absolute madness. Keep making the same mistakes again and again and again, voting in the wrong prime ministers. In this case, it wasn't voted in, it was by default. But anyway, Tories. And we end up with the same problems, don't we? There's a mass of corruption and fraud. Angela Rayner just announced through some surveys that have been done that 219 million... Oh, sorry, I've reframed that. Oh no, £219 billion every single year been lost to fraud in the government. But nobody says anything. Nobody does anything. Where are the police in all this? Where are the investigations in all this? This is just maddening. That's just one example, and there's loads of them. It's not the only COVID loan she got for a start. Rishi Sunak's wife. This is deeply frustrating and painful in many ways, because people are suffering and they find it very difficult just to make ends meet at the moment, and they're telling us they can't have no help. But they're happy to help themselves. That on top of a capitalist system that's imploding on itself. Anyway, you tell me. Please leave it in the comments down below. If you want to support the channel, you can do a Patreon or buy us a coffee, and the links are down below. And it is very much appreciated that it is. We've also got memberships now, and you can be one of our Wallies. It's like the Wally crew, you see. If you didn't know, Wally's my dog. I'm not calling you Wally. No. Yeah. That's only Wally. You know, little robot. Anyway, it's a dog called Wally. He's my dog. Yeah. Oh, dear. Maybe I should edit these videos. Maybe. Bugger it. That's on it. Anyway, it's time for me to go and say ta-ta, you know, because the light is now fading into the distance. And tomorrow, I might have a trip out on my bike. Yeah. Take out my frustrations on the tarmac. Maybe. Oh, it's tempting. Ta-ta.